Hello everyone. Today we have our very own professor, Dr. Jaya Priyadarshini with us, and we will be discussing about how operations management has played an important role in service management or service industry. Can we start with you sharing about your experience in the service sector with us?
All right. So, what I've done is that I started with Tata Consultancy Services. So, there I worked for projects such as Royal Bank of Scotland and American Express. Then I've also worked in the education sector. Apart from that, I have my research has been on additive manufacturing. In fact, my research is a very good combination of manufacturing and service industries. So in my research, I talk about how I explore how additive manufacturing, which is an industry 4.0 technology, how that impacts the service sector and how that plays a role in transforming the healthcare industry, which is a service sector. So through my research, I understood how streamlining your operations, how operational excellence, how that helps you transform your entire business, how that impacts the life of the patients and hence your customer satisfaction.
Okay. For the future reference, what do you see as the future of operations management? How do you see the future of operations management in this industry?
All right. I see quite a few trends. The first is that the focus has now moved to the customer. Right? So now the service organizations don't just intend to provide services to the customers. In fact, they aim at delivering exceptional customer experience. So you see your airlines, you see your banking sector, all of them, what they are doing is they have streamlined their back-end operations so as to reduce the chances of error, reduce the waiting time for their customers, and hence provide an error-free experience for their customers. Other than that, the second trend that I see is personalization. So the customers these days, they demand personalization. And again, this I'm talking about, when I talk about personalization, I refer to my previous experience, my previous example, wherein your customer becomes a strategic priority. So personalization is the second trend. The third trend is environmental sustainability. So all these service organizations, what they're doing is because their stakeholders, their customers, their internal and external stakeholders, all of them are demanding them to cut down their carbon footprint. And because of that, they are trying to optimize their resources. They are trying to cut down their energy consumption, water consumption. You see the hospitality industry trying to cut down their single-use plastics. So environmental sustainability is the third trend. The fourth trend that I see is operational resilience. So resilience had always been there. Right, we see very beautiful example of how Intel managed their operations and supply chain when during the tsunami in Japan. You also have a very nice book on that written by Yossi Shetty, The Power of Resilience. But post COVID, all these service organizations now they want to focus on resilience, right? Because all of us saw how deadly COVID was and how greatly their operations and supply chains were impacted, how the customers were dissatisfied. So now people want to focus on operational resilience as well. So that is another trend.
That was very insightful now. So we've all noticed the importance of artificial intelligence has been increasing with every day. And also we've been and also data analysis has also been very important in every segment of business. So how does these things affect operations management in a service as well as a manufacturing unit?
Okay, see, you see technology everywhere, right? And not only AI, not only data analysis, you see other technologies as well. You see technology when your airlines are trying to revamp their entire operations to improve customer experience. You see technology when your OTT platforms and your e-commerce platforms, they are trying to use your data and recommend you products and services based on your past purchase behavior and preferences. You have examples of these food delivery apps that use technology for resource allocation and optimization. You have the logistics service providers who use technology for delivery route optimization and inventory management. And all of them use technology in one way or the other. In fact, you have very good example of more than one technology being used by these service organizations. In the healthcare sector in India, you have examples where additive manufacturing is being used along with extended reality to reduce the surgical intervention duration and achieve surgical precision. So what does that do? That helps you change the life of your patients, that helps you reduce a lot of burden of your employees, of your medical staff. Right? So it is transforming the way we have been performing our jobs. It is, and that at the same time also requires you to reskill and upskill your employees. So that is very important, but it is definitely transforming our lives.
Yes, sir. We surely have a bright future to look forward to. My next question to you is, what according to you is the biggest myth in operations management?
So the biggest myth is that operations management involves manufacturing and products, right? It involves manufacturing and products, but it does not only involve manufacturing, right? What is operations management? Operations management is being able to efficiently manage your processes and your resources, right? Now, it doesn't matter whether you're trying to manufacture a cell phone or whether you're in the education sector, whether you're in the banking sector, whether you're in the healthcare sector, the hospitality sector. It doesn't matter if you are producing a phone or if you're into after sales service. It doesn't matter, right? Both of them have to equally be good at managing their operations. So service operations management is a very important aspect, and it is more complicated than your traditional operations because it involves customer. The heterogeneity, the simultaneity, the variability that is associated with service operations management makes it even more complex and interesting at the same time.
Since we're talking about service management and operations and service management being more complicated, how exactly do we measure the efficiency of our operational management in a service industry?
All right. See, there are a number of metrics in which you do that. All right. So the metrics that are there in operations management that can also be used in a service operations management. But there is this circle model which is very good and which helps you find the gap between your service delivery and what the customer expects. Right, so that is one metric. Then you have your cost management metrics. Then you have your customer satisfaction metrics. You have your labor productivity. You have your waiting time. You have your service rates. So all these metrics helps you identify how effective and efficient your operations is.
Okay. Since service industry is mostly customer centric, could you tell us a little about how we can make the experience more extraordinary for a customer from best utilization of our operational resources?
All right. So see, the better you manage your operations, right? The more you try to achieve your operations efficiency metrics, the happier your customers will be. Because in the end, what are you doing? You are trying to reduce your errors. You are trying to reduce the waiting time for the customer. You are trying to increase your service rate, right? So when you're working on your operational excellence metrics, you are also achieving customer satisfaction. So streamline your operations, use technology, cross-train your employees. That is very important for them to handle the demand during the peak hours, right? So cross-train your employees, provide personalized services. So in the banking sector, you see that there are personalized services for these VIP customers for which give them recommendation for investment. Then you also have financial products being directed towards marginalized communities so that the financial services are accessible for all. So you have these having this personalization gives you an edge. Right. And other than use technology and focus on customer as well as employee well-being at the same time. That is also very important.
There sure needs to be a borderline between the two.
Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was really insightful and great talking to you.
Thank you. Thank you.